I think that if nothing else, this served as a catalyst for so many other movements, and even within Canada, for people to kind of wake up and say, hey, we're not alone, and we're not crazy. We don't want the government overstepping their bounds.
100%. And and overstepping, not only insofar as bodily autonomy is concerned, as the ability to assemble and protest peacefully, but also in terms of financial sovereignty. That was something that personally had me open my eyes, because I've never really reflected on that element so much. And by watching my colleagues get their bank accounts frozen, and every regular hardworking blue collar trucker or donor going to their ATM machine or looking to make a bill payment and finding out in that way that their accounts are frozen, that really opened my eyes to the viability of the financial system that we've been operating in. And I think that a lot of these issues have been brought to the fore in this Freedom Convoy protest, and I think that they're not going to go away. I think people will start questioning and continuing to question all of these institutions that we have been taking for granted. And it's a tough pill to swallow, and I can speak from experience, given the fact that up until so recently, I really believed in this political rhetoric that the Liberal Party was espousing and proliferating. And I am now seeing that these institutions, these financial institutions, political institutions, judiciary institutions, are not necessarily everything that I believe them to be. They're not the unshakable and stable institutions that we are all led to believe. And unfortunately, I think it will take some time for the vast majority of people to recognize that, but we're definitely moving in that direction.
Well, you and I have that in common, because up until a few years ago, I leaned left politically. I mean, I voted for President Obama twice, but once you open your eyes, you can't go back, can you?
No, absolutely not. So as I say, I do fall on the left of a lot of issues still, but things of this nature, I think, transcend political ideology. They transcend this whole game of identity politics that the establishment likes to play, and it just really boils down to something that unites everybody within the common thread of humanity, which is freedom.
That's exactly right. Well, in the few minutes that we have left here, Dagny, please tell the folks what's coming next for the movement. And if you guys have a call to action to Canadians and even the broader freedom-loving population worldwide, what would it be?
Yeah, I'm going to hesitate on issuing a call to action, only given the fact that we do still have our key organizers that are held as effectively political prisoners right now. So anything I say can be used against them as well. I will, however, speak independently and for myself as I say this, is that I will be continuing political advocacy on a PR and on a media standpoint. I know that the outgoing media team from the Freedom Convoy is also working actively right now on further projects. And the most I can say is that please feel free to follow myself, our colleagues throughout the outgoing media team on Twitter, and through the official Freedom Convoy social media channels. And I think that all that information will become quite evident in the days to come.
Terrific. Well, thank you, Dagny, for joining us. Please come back and keep us updated on all the great work you guys are doing.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.